This next poem is mine. It's titled "Things Awfully Quiet in America." Song of the Emalimo and Costa Johnny Cook. I'm in a sad mood tonight. I read the newspapers and watch the television. Sometimes it makes me sad, scared. Things awfully quiet in America. Things awfully quiet in America. Yeah, much too quiet in America. We've been abused, confused, and misused too long. We done played too long, done prayed too long. Say, things still quiet in America. We're wearing three-piece suits and cowboy boots. We're wearing animal skins and dry grins. Things too quiet in America. In America, a revolution is never heard. Our historical shit is never stirred. In America, a revolution is a dirty word, so things stay quiet in America. Ghetto rats still bite in America. Empty bellies ache at night in America. And seniors shake with fright in America. There's a war going on in America, and we're killing our sons in America, in the state prisons of America. Things awfully quiet in America. Much too quiet in America. Need to raise the roofers tonight in America. Need to fight the fright in America. Make the fire eyes bright in America. Cause things ain't right in America. Black folks are sad in America. And that's too bad in America. They say things ain't changed in America. They say the land's still deranged in America. They say, what went wrong in America? Where's the freedom song in America? We're gonna set things right in America, cause things too quiet in America, much too quiet in America. This next poem is titled Apology for Apostasy. It's funny how I get messages to get inspired. Anyway, let me tell you how I made up this poem. I was in Philadelphia and I was drinking a lot and I was broke, and this young woman who taught a class at Temple, she come by to get me to go to her class. She wasn't paying me nothing, you know what I mean? I was already broke. So anyway, I asked her for $2. And she had a long day. She finally gave it to me, you know. And I went to the liquor store and bought a half pint of vodka, and I come back out and the face is real long. I said, what's the matter with you? She said, you're just like my daddy, you drink too much. So that inspired this poem. Young Esther say I drink too much. My mama say pray, don't think too much. My shrink, he say I feel too much, and the cops say I steal too much. Social workers say I dream of my daddy too much, that I dream of driving a caddy too much. White folks say I'm late and lazy too much, not objective, depend on fate too much. Philosophers say I want to be too much. Reagan say I talk about me too much, singing songs about being free too much. I say sing about me being free too much, say sing about me being free too much. I maybe will say my other Reagan poem, and then I'll say Bella's song. All right. This poem is titled Who Knows? And I made it up after the Iran-Gate thing. I noticed that right after Reagan got on television and told that big lie that everybody knew was a lie. He got a cuss on his nose. You know, the Iran-Gate, you know.
Doesn't get longer anymore, just gets canceled.
So this poem is titled Who Knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe like Pinocchio's, when the doors close on the Oval Office, Maybe Reagan's nose grows red like rage and sin and blood, ignores the good and sage advice of his psychic soul. White lies are not nice. Like it or not, they won't suffice for the truth that is black and wholly whole. Contrary to the imaginary Pinocchio's nose, contrary to the contras, contrary to the contravening of advisory moles, beribboned and bereft, contrary to the keening of Iran and Iraq, right may be left, but white ain't black. A lie ain't the truth, and fiction ain't fact. So, just suppose that the cancer's growth on the imperial and presidential nose is a surreal and essential proof, like Pinocchio's. Who knows? Who knows? It's sort of been good being here, reading with you, lady. This last poem I want to say is titled "A Belly Song." I made this poem in the early 70s after spending a summer with Wally Shalinka, and we did a lot of art, and you know how folks always wearing them out. So we were talking about how in Western literature, generally the seat of feelings is depicted as being in the heart. And we determined it was in the belly. It's like winding up in the heart. It starts way down here. Belly Song. It begins with some lines by young poet Sarah Mansfield. And those lines go, "You have made something out of the seed that blew and rolled you on its salt, bitter lips. It nearly swallowed you, but I hear you are tough and harder to swallow than most." Belly Song. And I must admit that the sea in you has sung to the sea in me. And I must admit that the sea in me has fallen in love with the sea in you, because you have made something out of the sea that nearly swallowed you. And this poem I give to you. This poem is a song I sing to you from the bottom of the sea in my belly. This poem is a song about feelings, about the bone of feeling, about the stone of feeling, and the feather of feeling. This poem is a death chant and a gravestone and a prayer for the dead. The young Jackie Robinson, a moving black warrior who walked among us with a wide stride and heavy heels, moving through the blood and mud and shit of Vietnam, moving through the blood and mud and dope of America, for Jackie, who was a song and a stone and a feather of feeling, now dead and gone in this month of love. And this poem is for me and the days that lay in the back of my mind when the sea rose up to swallow me, and the streets I walked were lonely streets, were stone cold streets. This poem is for me and the nights when I wrapped my feelings in a sheet of ice and stared at the stars through iron bars and cried in the middle of my eyes. This poem is for me and my woman and the yesterdays when she opened to me like a flower, but I fell on her like a stone. I fell on her like a stone. And now, in my 40th year, I have come here to this house of feelings, to this singing sea. And I must admit that the sea in me has fallen in love with the sea in you. Because the sea that now sings in you is the same sea that nearly swallowed you and me too. Thank you.
thanks from all of us to Elizabeth McKim, Etheridge Knight. Thanks for being here, gracing the stage.